How the fuck you lose to a team with no name? What is up, everybody? My name is Advance, and this is Advanced Sports Talk. So, how y'all liking the new background? Yeah, I figured I'd change it up every so often. Trying to spice it up, trying to spice up the channel, do some new things. You know how I do. Actually, you don't, because it's the first time I did it, but you will next time I say you know how I do. So, oh man, we are officially over Hump Week, which is what I'm going to call it as long as they continue this 17 game format. Now we're on the other side of the hill, going down. So this is where you start to look at your playoff picture, and I will have a video dedicated to that. So I done said like 5 different video ideas. I know I got to get to them. But hey, starting off with my Tampa Bay Buccaneers, coming off the bye, not looking too good, if I'm being honest. So I know I'm riding for my team regardless, but that don't mean that I'm not gonna call out bullshit when I see it. So this team took entirely too long to get started. Like I've been saying it all year. Actually, I was saying it all last year too. We can't keep fucking around in the first half of the game. Cause when you every quarter is vital, especially once we went 3-0 in the first series. I was like, ah, shit, here we go. Cause guess what? Then Washington starts the half with the ball. So, oh man, there is no sugarcoating this. They whooped our ass thoroughly. But, I've been saying it all season. Taylor Heineke is the truth. So, and he proved it. Shit. I gotta say, every time I see them throw a pass to Leonard Fournette out of the backfield, it burns me up. That's not his forte. That's what we got Rojo for. Oh my God. Every time I see them run Rojo up the middle, that's not his job. That's Fournette's job. Oh man, this whole first half was nothing to write home about. I mean, you got people missing passes, fumbling passes, popping shit up in the air, causing pick sixes and shit. No, it was an interception, but still, oh my God, yo, ball security. And they said, all right, Brady accepts, Brady pretty much takes the blame for this. But no, if you're getting hit right here in the numbers, you should catch that shit. If you're getting hit right here in the Rockefeller, you should catch that shit. I mean, you saw what happened with when Mike Evans finally caught one, walked into the end zone, touchdown. Oh my God. This is where I would say, man, we done made Taylor Heineke look like a goddamn all-star. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say that, because this is literally the same performance that he put up against us in the playoffs when the first and the second string got hurt. Well, no. Alex Smith was the second string, but they didn't have faith in his legs. They said they needed somebody a little bit more mobile to get around that Tampa Bay pass rush. It's not like our defense wasn't doing their job. They was getting the stops when they needed to. We held them to 16 points in the first half. And all we could come away with was a pair of field goals. Tom Brady, 23 for 34. Not good. 20 for 220 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. very costly interceptions. Taylor Heineke, 26 for 32 for 256 yards and 1 touchdown. And man, let me tell you, who was that rush? Yeah, Antonio Gibson lit us up, man. We supposed to be able to stop the run. Actually, first off, I'm gonna give him one of those touchdowns. That second touchdown might have been a little bit more BS, because how many times have you seen like a gang tackle and the refs blow the whistle? Man, they did. The refs gave this man like 20 damn minutes to get into the end zone. Oh man, but no, all jokes aside, like, hats off to Washington, man. Y'all did it. Positives. End of the day, we are still 6-3. New Orleans lost 2, so we're still at the top of our division. But we got to start pulling away. NFC's getting crazy, because guess what? We not at the top of the pack no more. We was the 3rd in the NFL. Hold up. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 teams. We got 4 teams ahead of us. We're number 5. We dropped from 2nd or 3rd all the way down to 5th. That's what happens when you take 2 losses back to back. But, oh man. So we're still 6-3. Still at the top of our division. As long as we stay there, we're guaranteed a playoff spot, regardless of what the fuck our record is. But I want to win, goddammit. Next up, we got the Detroit Lions versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. This game was crazy. Steelers ended up tying the game in the 4th quarter with a field goal. So now we're 16-16 at the end of regulation, going into overtime. Neither team could get it done. So they ended up with a tie. And that's funny, because everybody's going in on Najee Harris saying, oh, I didn't even know that you could tie in the NFL. Look, leave him alone, because Donovan McNabb said the same thing 10 years ago. Now, you could say like, oh, well, he should have known the rules by now, but you'd be surprised at who actually doesn't know that you can tie in the NFL. So, I mean, with that being said, man, like, that's just, I think that was the last thing that the Steelers needed. They are trying desperately to catch up with the Ravens. Now, that tie could actually end up helping them out, but we shall see. It could also hurt them too, because a tie is a half a game. So you could either be a half a game up or a half a game down. In any case, Lions and the Steelers tied 16 all. Next, New Orleans Saints versus the Tennessee Titans. And I watched this with a watchful eye. So, oh man. So, Alvin Kamara was out for the game because he got carted off a couple weeks ago. Or was it last week? I don't know. He spent some time out of the out of the lineup. So Mark Ingram, in his welcome back, had to take the reins once again. Took over that full-time running back role, and he did his best. He did his damnedest, but it wasn't enough. Titans pulled out the victory, 23-21. Yeah, Travis Simeon, 19 for 34. Not good, for 298 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ryan Tannehill, 19 out of 27 for 213 yards and 1 touchdown. Mark Ingram, over 100 yards of total offense for 1 touchdown. Man, Yeah, they desperately needed him bad. The funny thing with that whole situation was the fact that with Latavius Murray being Alvin Kamara's backup, they thought that like the Saints was comfortable with letting Mark Ingram go to the Ravens. Ironically, Latavius Murray would then go to the Ravens. Oh man! Now, granted, they got Ty Montgomery, but you know what are you going to do when Alvin Kamara gets hurt? So ultimately, they ended up bringing Mark Ingram back home. Oh man! Hey, roll tide, roll tide. And speaking of welcomes back home, man, the Carolina Panthers versus the Arizona Cardinals. With Cam Newton returning as quarterback. I don't know why they didn't let my man PJ Walker shine, man, but I don't know. They felt the need to, you know, to inject him in the game. Yeah. PJ Walker was 22 for 29, 167 yards, threw one interception. Cam was 3 for 4 for 8 yards and 1 touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 13 carries for 95 yards. Cam Newton, 3 rushes for 14 yards and 1 touchdown, to which he felt very energized. Taking his helmet off in the end zone, letting the fans know that he was back. I'm back. And got a penalty. Because it's unsportsmanlike to remove your helmet at all during the game, unless you're on the sideline. So, oh man. So once again, Cardinals was without their top 3 players: Kyler Murray, D-Hop, and Chase Edmonds. So, in matter of fact, yeah, Colt McCoy got hurt and was replaced with Chris Streveler. Yeah, man, the Cardinals. Yeah, I guess it's time for the Cardinals to lose, man. They had to take this L, I guess. They got lucky last week because, you know, Colt was good enough to, you know, bring it home. Like, what do you do when you're knocked down to your 3rd string quarterback? Panthers beat the Cardinals 34-10. Next, the Atlanta Falcons versus the Dallas Cowboys. And I know this one hurt. This one hurt a whole lot. Cowboys stomped the Falcons 43-3. God damn. So now you already know what's being sung right now. Dallas is back, baby. How about them Cowboys? We're in the second half of the season. So, like, hey, well, we shall see. So, yeah, Cowboys are 7-2. You know, they're feeling pretty good about themselves right now. They finally broke into the top 5. So, I mean, as long as they don't remember who that one that first loss was. Yeah, Dak throwing for 2 touchdowns. Zeke rushing for 2 touchdowns. Oh man, CeeDee Lamb balled out. 6 out of 7 receptions for 94 yards. Damn, like, yeah, man, they whooped Falcons ass. Yeah, it's looking like Cordell Patterson was on a positive trend, but then it looks like he got hurt, tweaked his ankle. We'll see what that looks like next week, but it's not looking good. Not looking like he's going to return. Oh shit, the Falcons signed Josh Rosen? All right, shit. I'd rather have him on my roster, but all right, cool. Next, we got the Cleveland Browns versus the New England Patriots. So let's look at this one. Man, Mac Jones done figured out the offense. Oh man, 19 for 23 for 198 yards and 3 touchdowns. Ramondre Stevenson, 20 carries for 100 yards on the dot and 2 touchdowns. Kendrick Bourne caught 4 out of 4 targets for 98 yards. Man. And none of the players on the Browns was to write home about. Except for D'Ernest Johnson. 19 carries for 99 yards. Patriots beat the Browns 45-7. Looks like all of the elite teams are starting to crack under the pressure, man. It's crazy. Next, Buffalo Bills versus the New York Jets. And the Bills came out to make a statement. They said, no, we can score a hell of a lot more than 6 points. How about we score 45? Oh, man. So they scored 40. They beat the Jets 45-17. Mike White back under center at quarterback. I'm happy because I want to see how this young man develops. 24 for 44, 251 yards. Damn, 4 interceptions. Playing from behind, I guess. Josh Allen bouncing back from the horrible performance that they put up last week. 21-28, 366 yards and 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Stephon Diggs, 8 out of 13 receptions for 162 yards, helping out my fantasy team. Next, Jacksonville Jaguars versus Indianapolis Colts. The Jaguars get a little bit closer every week. Unfortunately, they weren't able to capitalize off of the momentum from last week, taking down the Bills. Colts beat them 23-17. Carson Wentz, 22 for 34 for 180 yards. Jonathan Taylor, 21 rushes for 116 yards and 1 touchdown. Next, Minnesota Vikings versus the LA Chargers. And they went up on them. Dalvin Cook rushing for 94 yards. Justin Jefferson, the guy that replaced Stephon Diggs, 9 out of 11 receptions for 143 yards. Kirk Cousins, 25 for 37 for 294 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's crazy. This guy's a backup. But hey, I guess the Vikings kept him for a reason. Justin Herbert, 20 for 34, 195 yards, 1 touchdown. And Keenan Allen, 8 out of 11 receptions for 98 yards. Yeah, they tried their best. Unfortunately, Vikings came out on top, 27-20. Next, the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Denver Broncos. And man, Jalen Hurts came out slinging. First score was field goal by Jake Elliott. Then a 36-yard pass to Devontae Smith for the touchdown. Oh man, second quarter, another passing touchdown to Devontae after a Melvin Gordon touchdown. Oh man, Darius Slay fumble recovery for a touchdown. Like, oh man, like the Eagles is on fire today. Now everybody's gonna be like, oh well, Denver's not that good. Like, no. Remember what I always said. Every team got a squad. That's what I'm talking about. Jalen Hurts balancing out his passing with his rushing. All right, next we got Seattle Seahawks versus the Green Bay Packers. Russell Wilson start back. He did not do too good. 20 for 40, 161 yards and 2 interceptions. So, I mean, I guess he's got time to, rework, to rehab that finger. Plus, you got to get the you got to get the psychological aspect of it, because you're always going to think that it's not 100%. Shit, I ain't stop Aaron Rodgers though. 23 for 37. Not good, but not good average, but 292 yards through one interception. Aaron Jones got hurt, so A.J. Dillon took over. 21 for 66. 2 touchdowns. Davante Adams, 7 out of 11 targets for 78 yards. Packers beat the Seahawks 17-0. And finally, rounding out the Sunday afternoon games, we got Kansas City Chiefs versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Man, and Kansas City returned to the Kansas City of old, 41-14. Oh man, Tyreek Hill had 2 touchdowns. Yeah, Darrell Williams that has successfully filled in for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and he will be relegated back to the backup, as next week Clyde Edwards-Helaire is scheduled to return. He was actually active, not active, but he was deemed eligible to play this Sunday, but the coach said, you know what, sit your ass down for one more week, just in case. So, better safe than sorry. Yeah, so the Chiefs are on their way back up. So, that's going to end it for the Sunday afternoon games. Hopefully I didn't leave anybody out this time. It looks like that Aaron Rodgers has pretty much said, yeah, I'm not going to let this kid steal my job just yet. I mean, for this season, because I believe that next season you're actually gone. Yeah, because Jordan Love has shown more than enough for them to be confident in moving on from Aaron Rodgers and all of his antics and tantrums, or whatever the case. But those other two, Aaron Jones and Davante Adams, you might need to sit down and have a little talk with them. Make things a little bit more comfortable, for them, to stay there, because, can't take a top 5 running back and a top 5 receiver and just treat them like shit, I'm just saying. But in any case, that was my breakdown for the Sunday afternoon games. I will be back later for the primetime games. Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night football.